The summer of 1964 also introduced the country to Fannie Lou Hamer. The story goes that someone knocked on the door of the sharecropper's cabin she lived in with her husband Pap, inviting her to join a group who were hoping to register to vote. She said, "I'll be right there." They were beaten and jailed for their efforts. And eventually she became one of the faces and the voices of the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party trying to represent their state at the 1964 Democratic National Convention. And while lacking a formal education, she was so naturally charismatic that when Lyndon Johnson heard she was holding a press conference, he quickly scheduled one of his own for the same time, hoping no one would pay attention to hers. Of course, it only made people more interested. They were not disappointed. One of the more revitalizing stops on the pilgrimage was visiting the park-like resting place of Fannie Lou Hamer and her beloved Pap in Rulesville, Mississippi. There's a statue of her there holding a microphone, depicting her as if singing in full voice, inspiring those who visit to do the same. So we did. Students, adults, side by side, arm in arm, Fannie Lou watching over us. In between songs, Bob Zellner had a story. This one about Fannie Lou being invited to meet the Queen of England. The night before the meeting, Fannie Lou was being taught to curtsy, being tutored to say, "Nice to meet you, Your Eminence." I'm not calling anyone your enema. Bob gleefully promised that was what Fannie Lou's response. Before turning in, the host asked Fannie Lou if she wanted anything. Peanut butter sandwich would be nice. A full jar of peanut butter appeared and a sandwich was created, and the next night after meeting with the Queen, successfully, with or without the enema, the hosts again asked if Fannie Lou wanted anything. Her reply was the same as the night before. After searching, there was no peanut butter to be found, only an empty jar. The host baffled until Fannie Lou explained, "I'm sorry, but last night I helped myself to more. I wanted to know what it felt like for the first time in my life to have all of something I wanted." One of her most famous quotes is inscribed on her tombstone. "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired." She believed in the righteousness of the cause, saying, "When I die, I want to fall 5 feet 2 inches. I want to fall forward, so I'm 5 feet 2 inches closer to freedom." She would often begin to sing this song to renew her spirits as well as those around her. "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine."